Early in the pandemic, during the lockdown, I did a COVID-19 state of mind video that came out really cool. I had the opportunity to be around 75 musicians that I took photos of in front of their houses and turned it into a really cool documentary, basically just talking about people's state of mind during that time. And it was very eerie. It was still very kind of dark time for everybody, still trying to figure out their lives. A lot of heartache, a lot of chaos going on, but it was definitely a great experience, and I'm glad I did it, and it was definitely a success. So I thank everybody who was part of that and has watched it. But I'd like to now talk about kind of everything that has happened since then and kind of going forward from now. So it's like, you know, here we are at the Stone Pony Summer Stage area. Um, you know, pretty much the second summer stage season since the pandemic has started. And it's kind of been started off like a blast. Kind of we're in the second month now and had a few great shows. We had the Deftones that came through here not too long ago. That was phenomenal. We had Phoebe Bridges sold out show, 5,000 screaming fans. It was amazing. We had Trixie Mattel, a really cool drag show, and we got so many shows coming up. It's just absolutely insane. So many great acts have come through here over the years, and for all the years that I've been shooting shows here inside and out, it's sometimes hard to keep up with, and every now and then I love to go back and reminisce and go back and look at some of the photos and some of the bands that came through here. This one in particular, Jane's Addiction. Years ago, we had actually a lightning storm, and everybody was already outside, and they had to evacuate us for the time being. A lot of us came inside here. Everybody else had to go down by the tunnel area by the casino building and wait out the storm. And the storm passed. We all came back in, and the show went along without a hitch. It was probably one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. One of my favorite bands, not just to see, but to photograph. One of the things Jane's Addiction does is they're part of their stage show is all these dancers kind of climb up the rafters and they kind of just hang up on these rafters. And it's an amazing visual. And we really didn't think they were going to do it because of the rain, but they went ahead and did the show like true professionals. Willie Nelson was definitely a cool shoot for me. I remember just kind of looking through my lens and just kind of staring at his eyes, and his eyes were just so profound. They were just kind of looking back at me through my lens. It was one of the coolest things. I remember just, you know, you have that connection where you're just looking through somebody's eyes and kind of thinking about their soul. You know, it was really kind of eerie but cool at the same time. And this is just one piece of the puzzle. You know, the summer stage is just an amazing part of what I do from a photography standpoint. And even though it might seem like my life is very glamorous in what I do, it's, you know, I got to figure out everything the same way everybody else does, you know, balancing out family, work, you know, shows, where I'm going, what venue I'm at, you know, it's just so much is involved in what I do behind the scenes that, you know, not everybody understands that there's so much more than just showing up at a show and taking pictures. Oh, I mean, okay, I left him. I did what I had to do. So I'll call him in a little while, see if he made out okay. All right. Bye. The amount of lists and communication that I have and I go through on a daily basis is just overwhelming sometimes. But I've learned over the years, I've taught myself how to be good with time management, organization skills. I'm very productive when it comes to that. So I handle it pretty well, but don't think for a second that it doesn't become overwhelming at times. You know, sometimes I sit at home and I'm like, oh, how am I going to get this done? And I'll stay up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, even though I got to get up 2 hours later to go to work, because I like to be able to have everything set and done in a time frame that's workable for just not me, but also all my clients. And I thank everybody, and I thank all the bands that have, reached out and hired me over this time. And, very easily, a lot of bands could have just dropped off, the face of the earth, so to speak. And some have, like I've watched a lot of bands kind of give it up due to the pandemic and just not being able to figure it out, and just had to make those choices for themselves. But, every day, I get up like wanting so bad to just take photos of live music. I'm glad to say that it's kind of, I wouldn't say back to normal, but definitely at a point in my life right now where everything is kind of back to where I want it to be. Back to the point where I'm out there doing my thing, enjoying every day as it comes, band shoots, private shoots, hanging out, chilling at shows with friends. That to me is what everything, all of this is about for me, is about, walking into a venue and just seeing those faces that you just love to see, and just, watching certain people's eyes light up and high-fiving everybody and fist pumping and hugging and kissing and just talking about life in general. And, that's the part of it that I will always remember, even when all of this is done. Here we are on the Asbury Park Boardwalk. It's a beautiful sunny day, an awesome breeze coming off the water. And this is kind of where I spend a lot of my time before and after shows. Right here we have Langosta Lounge, Pop's Garage, the Asbury Park Yacht Club. These are all places I come almost every night out here to see live music. The Yacht Club right here every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday has live music. Punk bands, hardcore bands, ska bands, jam bands. There's always something going on. And it's kind of where This is kind of where I spend so much of my time after shows. The Yacht Club is kind of like my after spot. After the Summer Stage shows, after Asbury Lane shows, after House of Independence shows, that's where I'll come and just chill for the night. Live music, friends, people, everybody kind of converges there and hangs out. And it's kind of just a cool vibe, like after the shows. But the beauty of this place is that everybody just ends up here at the end of the night. And it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what music you like, it doesn't matter what show you are at. Everybody seems to converge here on the boardwalk. It's just a great time. Summer Stage shows, which usually don't start till about 5, 6 o'clock at night, I'm usually out here at 10 o'clock in the morning. People think I'm crazy. They wonder why I come out so early. Well, this is why. It's beautiful out here. It's kind of my serene time. It's kind of the serenity for me. It's a few hours of just chill time for me. I'm always running around doing 3, 4 shows a night. So that's the time that I get to come out here and just kind of chill, sit on a bench every now and then, take a few walks up and down the boardwalk, say hi to some friends, go eat some lunch, have a snack, and do my thing for the day, until everything gets started for the night.
How are you?
I'm good. We're just doing some stuff on the boardwalk here.
Cool. Awesome.
I got to do a shoot in a little while,
Right on.
and then I got a show tonight at Bond Street Basement.
Nice.
So yeah,
Very cool.
So always something.
Yep.
How was your show the other night at the Wonder Bar?
It was good. There was like 7 other shows going on,
Yeah,
like in our thing.
Oh yeah, your genre. Yeah.
But we still had about our.
Yeah, it was nice. And
It was
and,
it's chill. It was
and
good.
Bill had the
Worked out.
lights set up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
all the lights set up.
Very nice.
They were happy, so.
Cool.
we were happy
Awesome.
with it, so, okay.
Very nice, man.
See you, my friend.
You got it. Enjoy.
bud.
Have fun
Yeah,
tonight.
man.
I always like to talk about, my personal side. Everybody always asks me how I do what I do. I cover well over 300 shows a year, and I've been doing that for almost a decade, day in and day out with no stopping. I've been doing this now overall almost 17 years, and I'm just a couple of years shy of 60 years old. But my adrenaline and the passion is just what keeps driving me to keep going. But there is a reason why I'm able to do what I do. And that reason is because I've been clean and sober now over 32 years. Um, you know, without that, there'd be nothing. You know, all of this is possible because of the way I've changed my life 32 years ago. You know, if you knew me back then, you'd never, ever, ever come over and talk to me. I mean, I was that guy that walked down the street and people would pull their shades and shut their lights off when they saw me coming. I spent many years on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, walking the streets, hanging out in abandoned buildings, you know, doing all the stuff that you hope that your kids never do. But I lived that life. I lived through it. I survived through the entire crack epidemic back in the early 80s, working in Manhattan for many, many years, coming from Brooklyn. And then I decided one day, man, that my life's got to change. You know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Even when I wanted to do it, it wasn't easy. I had a lot of help from people, still do. Every single day I wake up understanding that, you know, my life was not this way 32 years ago. That's something that I always have to keep in mind. And no matter how many shows I do, no matter how many times I'm out there living life and doing my best, I have to always remember that 32 years ago, you know, I was walking around East Flatbush, Brooklyn, sweeping storefronts for $1 just to make $5 for a hit of crack. But for whatever reason, I was spared and I was given a second chance, you know, and I took advantage of that second chance. And today I wake up every day wanting to live life to its fullest and being a productive member of society at any cost. And that's why I do what I do. You know, that passion inside me to be successful as a human being, not financially, not for any other reason, but to be successful as a human being and to give back to society for all the times that I could have ended up underground and didn't. You know, I'm here to tell you that your life can change anytime you want it to, as long as you put effort into it. I chose to shoot shows and cover live music as a way of kind of serenity and peace of mind, but you could do it any way you choose. So the message there is, find something you love, find something you want to be passionate about, and go out and do it. But I want everybody to know that it's like, it's the people, it's all you guys that kind of really make this everything for me. You know, just showing up, doing my thing, saying hi to everybody. When people come over to me and say hi and take pictures with me, I mean, that's the stuff I love. That's the stuff that I look forward to regardless of the bands. It's just great. It's just an amazing feeling. But so I just want to thank everybody for that, and just I plan on never stopping. Hopefully I physically could do it, you know, for many more years or decades to come. But for now, I'm just, you know, out there doing my thing, and I don't plan on never stopping.